Hello, my name's Nikos, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at what does PL sourcing looks like. Now, one of the biggest things and the biggest fears that people do have when going into private labeling is, am I going to get scammed? Now, just it's worth noting for yourselves, there's so many coping mechanisms when ordering from Alibaba in order to protect yourself in case anything does happen. So say, for example, you received a good that is not as advertised, then of course you can apply for a refund. As we go into the process, and if anyone is interested in doing a one-to-one session with myself or joining the private mentoring group that I've created, I've got the link below for the description for both of them. You'll find that there's a lot of copy mechanisms for that. Basically, all you've got to do is you've got to spell out everything out for them in order for them not to try and cut a corner, because cutting a corner will mean for them reduced cost, but they've charged you an X amount of money already. So yeah, you need to be very, very precise when ordering over from China, but you're not going to get scammed. Okay, that's one thing with it. And if you do get scammed, you will get your money back. So that's one thing to say to begin with. Now, the thing about PL sourcing, it works pretty much exactly the same way RA and wholesale sourcing and always sourcing would work. Is you order something, it arrives, and it arrives, and then you sell it. But there's obviously a few different steps on that to begin with, because you've got to figure out what you want to be ordering. When it comes to online arbitrage, of course, you're using BuyBot Pro and you're using Keeper in order to identify if this is the right purchase for yourselves. Now, when it comes to private labeling, what is the tool you're going to be using? You're going to be using Helium 10. And what I'm going to be showing you to this week is potentially how to find a product too using Blackbox and Helium 10. But that's, I would say, is the beginning with. Okay, now a bit of a weird one. Yes, of course you can sell private label products listing under the brand generic, but the reality is if you're going to be jumping into private labeling, you're going to be doing it for the long haul. So therefore, spend 170 to 200 quid and do get your trademark for yourselves, and you're able to have so much more benefits for you. You've got brand protection. You can potentially create your own storefront once you have over 4 ASINs under your brand. So yeah, I would say if you're going to be doing private label, I would say step one should be your trademark. You do not need it, but if you're going to be doing it, you may as well start with that straight away, because it takes 2 months to 2 months for you to get the actual trademark and able to apply for brand registry. I've got a video, a link below in the description for yourselves on how to apply for a trademark. I think it takes less than 10 minutes, but yeah. So we've got sourcing the product, okay, Helium 10. So there's different softwares we can do. You can go and get your idea, and you'll be thinking, well, this is the idea that I've got, and what you got to do is you've got to validate it. So can you use Helium Temp to validate it? So say, for example, you're going to run X-ray on the front page of your key term, and you're going to find out what is the revenue for that key page. Now, why the heck are we doing this? Well, we're doing that in order to figure out if there's enough demand for our products. What we want is we want enough demand, but we don't want an excessive amount of supply. So really, it'd be hard for me trying to launch a product when I've got the front page revenue of 1 million. Why would they go to my tiny brand? Why would they go to a listing that's got no reviews? So that's what you're trying to figure out. There's so many filters. And again, we're going to be going through and talking through this week when I record the video for yourselves. I mentioned how you can filter out and find out what your product should be for yourselves. Then what we've got is we've got the creating a listing. Okay, so that can include a lot of different things for yourselves. You've got your keywords, you've got the listing, you've got images, of course, you've got your description. Can you create A+ content on that listing? Again, and then you can potentially already start planning your PPC, but we'll get to that step. You receive your items. Now, there's two things. You can either receive your items at your home address or your warehouse or wherever it is, or you can send your items directly into Amazon. Get your supplier to label the items for you, and they can go straight into Amazon. You don't even need to see them, to be honest, especially if you're lacking about space. Next thing we've got is get your friends and family to get a review on your products. I think you need 2-3 reviews before even thinking of advertising. I've had sales before without advertising, I had sales before without reviews and advertising, but I have noticed that after doing 15, 20 different products that I've launched, that once you get your 3-4 reviews, then it's a lot better. It's a lot more trust from people. Even the 5-star review makes a massive difference for yourselves. So we've got that. We've got running PPC. very, very important. Okay, you need to be running advertising on it, get your sales, and repeat. Now, obviously, it seems quite a straightforward process for us here, but there's two major points when you can lose money. We've got sourcing the raw product, a major point we can lose money, and we've got running PPC, where we can effectively burn money. Because Amazon, of course, is going to be gimme, more money, more money, more money. That's all they want for it. So this is where it comes to having mentoring or looking at videos. These are the two important parts, and this is why there's so many people offering mentoring. Myself, I offer it as a group session or a one-to-one. Is these mistakes, okay? So sourcing the product and running PPC, that is the two key points that we can work on together when it comes to it. The other process is very simple. Paying through Alibaba is a very simple process. Again, you can use Wise. It is as simple as ordering OA, honestly. The only thing is with OA, sometimes you're thinking, well, I've just paid 200 quid and I've got to pay 3 quid postage. But when it comes from China, you end up paying like 2,000 in postage, which is very, very annoying. So yeah, there's a lot of different things we can consider when we go on filter. So we're going to go for a bulky item, but high margin, you go for a smaller item, and so on and so on. So yeah, just wanted to make a quick video in regards to what does PL sourcing look like, what are the steps. They are pretty much exactly the same as OA, but we've got two big traps that we need to make sure that we able to manage. So yeah, if, as I mentioned, I think this is the third time I'm mentioning in this video, if you're interested in any private labeling mentoring, I've got the link below in the description for yourself, so you can get one-to-one sessions with myself or be part of the group sessions that I do. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone.